Tank Dell, the 5'8", 165-pound wide receiver, might be the biggest steal of the entire 2023 NFL draft class. He was selected by the Texans and he absolutely went off as a rookie. He amassed over 700 yards through the air while averaging 15.1 yards a catch, had 7 touchdowns last year, as well as handling the return duties for the Texans. So the real question is, why am I bringing all this up? Well, he was coached by Bobby Slowick, a disciple of Kyle Shanahan, so the way they attack defenses with their play actions, motions, as well as choice routes are pretty similar. So Kyle Shanahan, seeing the success they had with Tank Dell, decided to get his own version of Tank Dell in Jacob Cowing, the 5'8", 168-pound wide receiver who ran his 40-yard dash in a blistering fast 4.38 seconds and his 10-yard split in 1.54 seconds. In comparison, Dell ran his 40-yard dash in the slower 4.49 seconds, but he was a little bit more explosive in his 10-yard split at 1.49 seconds. And in a similar way to Dell, what Cowing lacks in size, he makes up in production. Across his collegiate career, he amassed over 4,470 yards receiving, while also showing great versatility as a return man. But has San Francisco really found their version of Tank Dell? We're about to find out. To really see if Jacob Cowing can fit that Tank Dell type of role, I'll break down his career up to this point, as well as Tank Dell's film, to see how San Francisco may use Cowing going forward. We were first introduced to Cowing in Maricopa, Arizona, where he attended Maricopa High School and was ranked as a 2-star recruit according to 24/7 Sports. He had 28 receptions and 872 yards and 10 touchdowns as a senior. Cowing only received one Division I offer from UTEP, and immediately he proved them right. As a freshman, he led the team with 550 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. As a sophomore in 2020, he was second team All-Conference USA selection. He led his team with 41 receptions, 691 receiving yards, and 3 receiving touchdowns. In 2021, he continued his upward trajectory where he was first team All-Conference USA selection. He ranked 9th in FBS with 1,354 receiving yards, as well as having 7 touchdowns. After this breakout year, he decided to transfer to Arizona in the All-Pac-12 Conference, and during his first year there, he was an honorable mention. He led the team with 85 receptions, 1,034 yards, and 7 touchdowns. He started 12 games this year. During his final year in 2023, he once again was an honorable mention for the All-Pac-12 Conference while setting a school record of 13 receiving touchdowns. He also had 90 receptions on 848 yards. But while these stats are a good indicator of how productive Cowing is as a player, I really want to break down some of his film and compare it to Dell's film to see how he can really fit San Francisco's offense. Where I think Cowing and Dell both routinely separate themselves is their ability to get in and out of their breaks. On this play, for instance, Dell does a great job of cooking this defender. Or on this whip route from Cowing, he does an excellent job of faking outside before coming back inside. Or on this play, we can really see how Cowing sets up this defensive back for failure. He fakes inside with a hard slant, and as soon as he notices this corner shooting in on him, he uses his 4.3 speed to get on top. And in a similar way to Dell's game, you can really see how he sets up defensive backs for failure. On this play, for instance, he shoots outwards, looks like he's going to a corner route before switching back inside to a post route. It's not like Cowing is just overly reliant on his speed. On plays like this, I love to see how he's able to find the soft spot in the zone, and then he turns backwards with the ball thrown behind him to still make the solid catch. And while he is a smaller wide receiver, he did show off great body control and routinely made some pretty acrobatic catches. Furthermore, despite his smaller stature, every single time Cowing was getting the ball in his hands, he was looking to score and wasn't afraid to go over the middle. And for San Francisco, going into his rookie year, he also offers great versatility as a return man. So for me personally, I do think San Francisco has found this year's Tank Dell, and I expect him to shock many during rookie minicamp. Really, when I'm looking at San Francisco's depth chart going into this upcoming season, I could definitely see Cowing being their 5th wide receiver and a solid option both as a kick return and punt return specialist. But ultimately, these are just some of my thoughts, and I'd like to hear your thoughts down below. It would also mean a ton if you liked and subscribed, and as always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.